Welcome back to Streaming Star. 2020 was a tough year generally, but it also allowed people all over the world to get comfortable on their couch and binge watch everything on Netflix. It made the competition for the top movies difficult, as old classics resurfaced again and new movies were released throughout the year. But here are the best Netflix movies of 2020 that came out last year and captured everyone's attention. But before we get started with our list, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell icon so you can catch up on more awesome videos such as this one in the future. The Social Dilemma. Jeff Orlowski's documentary, The Social Dilemma, was released in January and captured the attentions of billions of folks worldwide. As the pandemic took over the world, people were locked down in their houses and got more and more reliant on social media. The documentary served as an appalling reality check that shook people to the core. The movie depicts the dangerous reality in which human beings are now controlled by the algorithms written in Silicon Valley. People even consider it to be one of the most important documentaries to be seen in the contemporary era, as it pushes the audiences to ask themselves existential questions and understand how social media has taken over their choices and their minds. The movie basically tells you that we're all doomed, but it does it gently by laying out the facts and figures. No wonder the movie was so universally received. The Lovebirds. The Lovebirds was created to be played on big screens until the lockdown occurred, but fortunately, Netflix bought the film, and when Netflix pays millions of dollars to buy a movie, it affirms that it is unique and brilliant. After the trailer was released, it was established that the movie will make the viewers laugh, but boy oh boy, did they deliver their promise. They sure did. The premise revolves around a couple played by Kumail Nanjiani and Issa Rae getting their name involved in a murder mystery and trying to get their name cleared and surviving the night throughout the movie. The chemistry between Kumail and Issa is extraordinary throughout the film, which keeps the viewer invested and stayed rooting for them. The setting, the dialogues, and the deliberate wit inserted in the scenes at the right moment has made this movie a huge success, and it's definitely a must-watch. Mank. Mank is one of those films that are brilliant in its essence and careful in its approach, but it may not be everyone's cup of tea. David Fincher's another masterstroke, Mank has been met with enthusiasm by the genuine film lovers who were shocked to see one movie traversing another, and perhaps the greatest movie ever, Citizen Kane. The movie is all about exploring the political affairs and the insides of Hollywood in the early 1930s that serves the purposes of informative as well as entertaining. The black and white form of the movie accentuates the meaning behind each scene as it makes it more intense and easy to invest one's attention to. Lastly, the cast includes a clique of some of Hollywood's brightest gems such as Gary Oldman, Lily Collins, and Amanda Seyfried. All of these guys make their characters seem much more perceptive and deep. To All the Boys 2, P.S. I Still Love You. The first part of this movie came out in 2018, and it was met with such good reviews that the sequel came out within 2 years only. 2020 wasn't a great year for everyone, as it came with its hardships. In times like this, people crave some lighthearted, good feel, easy to watch movies, and that's exactly what To All the Boys, P.S. I Still Love You brings to the table. It continues the story from where it was left at the end of the first movie, and Laura Jean and Peter make the relationship official that comes with its struggles. However, what sets this movie apart from the other ones is that it doesn't come with the cliche trope of rom-coms in an isolated form, but have mixed its essence with a new form of female empowerment through Laura Jean's acceptance for herself and her vulnerability depicted as a form of strength. This captured the attention of millions of people, as it was exactly what was missing in the world of rom-coms. His House. Let's talk about horror movies for a minute. 2020 was nothing less than a dystopia, and to see its reflection in Remy Weeks' movie His House was incredibly amusing. The movie's synopsis revolves around a married Sudanese couple who flew from their country to settle in London as refugees, but that wasn't so easy as there already existed an underlying evil that turns their journey into a walking nightmare. The cast of the movie consisted of brilliant So Dirisu and Wanmi Masaku, who performed their roles so perfectly that the audience can't help but get engrossed. Besides that, the depth with which the characters are fashioned makes the movie seem almost real. The performance, added with outstanding special effects and apt sounds as well as the music, makes this flick a must-watch. The audience feels themselves getting embarked on a journey as the film starts, and although it definitely is a horror movie, it's not so creepy that one would leave it halfway. The Half of It. The Half of It is a sweet movie that one would enjoy on a cold day in a warm blanket with a cup of hot cocoa. It's a coming-of-age movie in which a shy, quiet girl, Elle Chu, agrees to write a love letter for the jock of the school to impress his crush. However, while doing that, Elle realizes she is developing a crush on the girl too. The movie seems refreshing, even comical at times. It perfectly depicts romantic relationships as well as platonic relationships in a way that it feels good to know that the world has space for both of them and they can coexist. The movie makes the viewers ask the dreaded existential question to themselves about what makes someone the one, and to see it through multiple different lenses and realizing that there could never be one universal depiction for everyone. The movie is a light watch and received great reviews for the script and performance. Lost Girls. In the present political age, Lost Girls served as a raw and bitter documentary of our realities. The movie's premise is about a mother, Mary Gilbert, losing her daughter and starting her own research helplessly and stumbling upon the unsolved murders of many sex workers. Liz Garbus directed this film with her brilliant intuitions and making sure it evokes much more than a simple empathy in the viewer's heart. She made sure not to lose the importance of the gravity of the situation in translation and show that the victims have their own lives, their personalities, their loved ones, that they're much more than the victims of horrible crimes. It captures the gloom of the working class and the helplessness they feel in certain situations when even the police refuse to help them, something that makes the viewer nod their heads and also feel a pang of anger in their chests. The movie sadly doesn't have a happy ending, but it's still satisfying as it affirms the awful reality of the world. The Prom. A Ryan Murphy film, The Prom came out at the end of the year and served as a cinematic treat for a very depressing world. A film containing Hollywood icons such as Mamma Mia star Meryl Streep, the funniest TV show host James Corden, the gorgeous Nicole Kidman, etc. in one movie, bringing Broadway to screen, was a glamorous dream come to life. It's a musical film in which devoted theater stars go to a small conservative town of Indiana to make a prom dream come true for high schoolers. The movie was awaited for a whole year until its release and made its audience into a big ball of crying mess, as the movie is sentimental and feel good in its essence. Apart from that, the glorious transformative power of theater was depicted too well in the movie that excited the new generation from its lull as they're emotionally oblivious to the magic of theater. The flashy musicals add an extra bit of spark to an already great movie that makes it really worth watching. For all the times when one can't decide what to watch on Netflix, these are some definitive must-watch movies to binge on weekends. And that about wraps up this gorgeous video, which we hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you can catch up on all the notifications from our channel in the future. And with that, I'll be seeing you guys later in another video. Bye for now.